to another Easy Cooking for Kids online recipe. Today I'll be cooking for you a terrific taco salad. Now, we will be using hot surfaces, so I do suggest that you have a parental supervision unless you're over the age of 11 and have experience. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so you're going to want to have a parent chop up 2 cups of romaine lettuce and 1 cup of diced tomatoes. The lettuce should be almost shredded, and the tomatoes definitely need to be finely diced. Now, with the tortilla chips, it's 4 ounces. So what I did was I just took a bag of the Tostitos tortilla chips and I crushed them in my hand so they became more like, like croutons almost. Okay, so now you're going to want to go ahead and come over to the stove, and you're going to be using a pot that has like a deep dish kind of, so that you're able to put the ground beef in it and you can put a lid over so that it soaks up all the flavor. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the stove onto medium heat. You're going to put a little bit of olive oil, just enough to cover the bottom of the pan, and you're going to wait for the oil to heat up. Now, the way to tell if your oil is heated or not is you take water on your fingers and you flick it at the oil. Now, if it comes up and pops a little bit, that means your oil is heated enough. Mine is, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pound of the ground beef and I'm going to just break it apart and I'm going to put it into the pot. You can use gloves if you want. The meat doesn't bother me, so I don't, but other people do. So now the meat might have to be broken up a little bit more, so you can just take a spoon or a fork and you can break it apart. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of taco seasoning and you're going to sprinkle it over the beef. Just sprinkle it. It doesn't have to be too much, but enough to cover all of it. Probably 1 1/4 of an ounce maybe. And then you're going to take some adobo, which is basically like salt and garlic, and it tastes really good. And you're just going to also sprinkle that about the same amount over the top. So now what we're going to do is we're going to mix it a little bit, just so that all the meat gets all the flavor. So now once your meat has started cooking, you're going to take some of your salsa, like 1/4 of it maybe, and just pour it in with the meat. And what that is going to do is that's going to give it a nice flavor, and you can mix that in with the meat. And you're going to go ahead and put the lid over this and let it cook with the lid over so it soaks in all the flavors. So now, even though the meat will cook on its own, you're going to go ahead and check it every now and then just to make sure it's cooking. And what you're going to do is you're going to wait for it to be brown, which shouldn't take that long. Now, while we're waiting, I have gotten out 4 ounces of shredded sharp cheddar cheese. It doesn't have to be sharp cheddar. It can be regular cheddar. I just personally like that flavor a lot more. So I suggest getting that if you want a stronger, more bold flavor. Right about now, it should be finished cooking, and you're going to want to turn off your stove because that is super important. You don't want to end up burning down anything. And then you're going to take your pot off the stove. You're going to take the lid off. You're going to let it steam a little bit. And then you're just going to set it aside so that it can cool down because it's going to be super. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the taco meat, which should be cooled, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to pour it into a large bowl. Now, you're going to take some of the salsa and the lettuce and the tomatoes and the chips, and you're going to go ahead and pour that in there with it. Because it doesn't matter what order you do it, it's all going to get mixed in eventually. What you can do is finish dumping in all the ingredients. And the salsa can be used as a nice dressing. And once you have all your ingredients in, it's going to look like a mountain. So you're going to want to go ahead and take, like a spoon or something, and mix it all together. So it should be finished, and it should look something like this. And it's just like any regular salad, just with different ingredients. It's done, and it should taste terrific. That was my terrific taco salad. I hope you enjoyed and learned a little something from this easy Cooking for Kids online recipe. The full recipe will be next to the video and in the description below. Thanks for watching. Bye!